marker should be placed within the laminated film. I'm gonna show you an example. So here's the example of laminated side which is being exposed or x-rayed. The lead marker should be placed inside this area because it is important to determine the side of the patient, whether left or right. It is not a proper way during the process of placing these lead markers outside the area because it's invisible already or cannot be seen.
Left or right markers must always be used in all films. This is very important for the radiologist to know which part of the patient is facing them. Example, ventral or dorsal part. What is the purpose of the marker? It is for patient information such as name and place of birth. This is an example of a cassette with a lead marker. Important thing to remember regarding with the use of lead marker. It should always be placed on the right side of the patient.
I have instructed the patient to face on her left and raise her both hands above her head and take a deep breath. Exhale, take another one, and the exposure is taken. When doing the examination, the marker should be placed on its furthest point of the shoulder girdle, which is composed of clavicle and scapula, so that the lateral side of the body that is fractured or needed to be examined is either the left lateral or right lateral projection and structure of the body that is being focused on processing the radiograph.
Auxiliary markers should be used whenever possible and positioned away from the critical anatomy. Left and right markers, arrows, entry point and exit point should be used as needed, and always make sure that they are not blocking the anatomy of interest.
Markers should be placed appropriately to identify the patient's right or left side. Note: there is a marker for the right R side of the patient. There is a marker for the left L side of the patient. Remember, the markers should and can never be interchanged. The R marker can only be used for the right side of the patient. The L marker can only be used for the left side of the patient.